Wow! Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
Gigs on the track.
Welcome to the Common Podcast, where we speak upon common sense and realize it really isn't that common. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Common Podcast. Today we have a special treat. I think the whole world is pretty much talking about this incident. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock at the Oscars. I don't really want to waste too much time. I do want to jump straight into it because this is going to be a very short podcast. We're going to try to get straight to the point, into the meat and potatoes of the whole situation, because there is a lot of speculation around this topic. Today, I do have a guest. Before I introduce the guest, I do want to show a short clip of the actual scene, of the actual clip, for those of you that haven't seen or heard it. So if you're listening so far and you're on Spotify, just know that there is a visual on YouTube. So I will be showing a video of the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. So if you want to see that, you can go ahead and head over to YouTube. But for those of you that are on YouTube and it's more convenient for you, you can go ahead and check out the podcast on Spotify. Just want to let you know that. So here is the clip. For the people on Spotify, this part will not be on the podcast. So for those of you on YouTube, this is only for you. But here it is, guys, real quick. We'll be playing here.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
All right, so y'all get the gist of the video. So at first sight, right, I think everyone can speak for this, and I'm actually going to introduce my guest before I even start rambling off here. But welcome back. We got my good friend here, Saul Guido. What's going on, bro?
What's up, buddy? And it's actually Guido, but thank you. I
Guido?
appreciate it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, so before we get into what we think is going on with the whole Chris Rock, Will Smith situation, let's first get into the speculation. There's a lot of speculation. So before we're actually like talking about, okay, why did Will Smith do this? Let's start off with, do you think it's real or not? Because that's one of the very key speculations here.
Yeah. I personally don't think it's real. I just don't see how these guys have been in Hollywood for so long. They're OGs in Hollywood. There's no way they're not friends. There's also little minute details that I picked up on that just don't seem real. For example, when he got slapped, he didn't immediately grab his face, which is a natural reaction for people when they get hit, is to touch the area where it hurts, you know?
Yeah.
So he didn't do that. The sound itself didn't sound real. It sounded more like a thud more than a slap, you know? So there's that.
And they're actors.
I mean, and they're actors. And when the camera turned to Will Smith and he says, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." I don't know if I could cuss on here, but
that's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're good.
It just didn't seem. It seemed real, but it seemed like an actor acting to me. You know, it was believable, but it seemed like he was performing.
Yeah.
And then the security didn't come and talk to him. They let him just keep on going, staying in the show. That to me just doesn't seem real. Seems like maybe what this was the Oscars, right? Yeah, maybe the Oscars was like no one's tuning in. Let's pull a stunt. Hopefully we draw more viewers. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's very possible. I think.
Yeah. So again, there's a lot of people speculating about that, whether it's real or not. And I'm not totally one on either or, whether it's real or not. But let's consider that the whole situation is real, right? Then we look at the clip and we're like, what's going on here? Because that being a joke, I don't think what it looks like in the surface is kind of hard to believe. A joke which initially Will Smith laughs at, then gets abruptly upset at enough to where it's able to make him get up and smack Chris Rock, and then outlash in this way. You know, obviously his language and whatnot. You know, it's just for me, right? And this is assuming that it is true. I'm not saying that it's absolutely true, but assuming that it is true, I automatically looked at this clip. I was like, there is something more going on here with Will Smith than just that joke. There has to be something else behind this.
What do you mean by that? Like, you mean he's going through something, or
Yeah, bro.
or
Listen,
yeah,
a competent man doesn't base their actions off of emotion. A rational man, a competent man reacts based off rational decisions. That's not a rational decision. That was something based off of his emotion, meaning that he's insecure, weak, and frail at that moment. There has to be something bigger. Now, there's some other speculation because of this whole situation of Jada having that entanglement and coming out. Dude, no, that's a real thing. Because that can really turn a man, bro. That can make somebody feel very insecure. So if we look at the clip, right? We're looking at the clip initially, which it was a great joke, by the way. G.I. Jane, she has
it was corny as hell, in my opinion.
G.I. Jane, bro, she has the buzz cut.
Yeah, that's too easy, I think.
You would not have thought of that. But anyways, so G.I. Jane 2, whatever, Will Smith immediately finds it hysterical. He's laughing. He's slapping his knees. He's breaking his back, laughing. But Jada, you can see in Jada's face, she is not pleased by this. So as the camera pans away from Jada and Will Smith and goes back to Chris Rock, you can see that Will Smith is making his way to turn towards Jada. Right? So obviously he sees her reaction and we don't see what happens after that, but we can assume that he sees her reaction and realizes, okay, she was turned by it, so I need to step up and defend her.
Yeah, I think maybe because of all the stuff with the entanglement and getting dragged in public and Jada's name getting fucking destroyed and Will taking all this heat for still being with her and like just basically being in the public eye and having struggles in your relationship, I feel like they're probably at a low point, trying to rebuild or retrust and just trying to be together. And maybe that was too much, and they're probably at such a weak point where if it's real, he just felt like he had to stand up for her and do something and be like, I still got your back, or I don't know, man. I just don't, because that doesn't justify it at all. But
definitely not. Look, check it out. If you're a man that is competent and has high power, somebody's words will not affect you. It's like, who cares? It's like it's if you're a wealthy man and you're going to a restaurant and a waiter calls you a name, it's like, it's not gonna affect you. For what? I'm here, you're there. Now, when it's vice versa, when somebody of power is talking down to somebody, then it's a lot different, because now it's like, okay, you're in that position to say that. But what I'm trying to say here is that Will Smith has so many accomplishments. He's an inspiration to so many people. For him to act out like this, it was unneeded for him to show or demand respect from other people, because you can make that argument too, is that Will Smith wanted to make a statement with Chris Rock. He wanted to show that I am not to be messed with. I'm tired of people trying to bully me. And we talked about this, right? It's like, okay, that's Chris Rock, but what if it was The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah,
he's not gonna be doing that. So it's like Will Smith knew who to make a statement on.
Yeah, but that's you said that, oh, like I'm not to be, he's tired of being bullied, right? Like, don't bully me. So you try to make a statement about it, right?
It could be.
But the funny thing is, in doing that, he becomes the bully because he picked on someone that he knows he could get away with it, you know? He could slap him and he'll get away with it. He's taller, whatever. Like, doesn't see Chris Rock as a threat. But if it was fucking Francis Ngannou, he's laughing, he's snapping his knee, he's lighting up, Jada. It's just a joke, you know?
Most definitely.
Yeah, so he became the bully in that instance.
And so here's the way. If they were truly offended, here are some options for Will Smith. First of all, get up and leave. If you and Jada can't take the heat, get up and leave. You want to make a statement while not becoming the bully? If you're a victim, right? Which I guess in this situation, people are saying that Will Smith and Jada's a victim because you made fun of her and she has she has some condition where she has patchy hair, patch is gone, so she shaved it off. Regardless of what it is, if you are so hurt by this, one option is you can definitely get up and leave. 2, Will Smith can say, hey, that's not funny. You know what I mean? Like, just, hey, bro, that's not funny. Like, don't say that. Whatever. 3, when Will Smith wins the Oscars, he gets up there and he can literally call out Chris Rock or literally sympathize the situation to be like, my wife is going through this condition and, it's been hard on us and we've been able to persevere and it's not cool that people are making fun of it. Whatever, you know what I mean? But to act out the way he act out, I believe is unacceptable. It shows weak characteristics, insecurities, and I don't know. I've kind of lost a lot of respect for Will Smith. It shows that he's very frail and that words can hurt him so far that he's going to be acting out like this, to me.
Yeah. That I lost a lot of respect for him as well. If it is real, that's why I'm hoping so bad that it's not, because that's not how I want to think of Will Smith as this fragile guy that bullies someone, that he knows he could get away with it. Yeah, that's not something that is acceptable. But what do you didn't state if you think it's real or not? What do you think?
I don't know, but I'm leaning towards that it is real, because I will ask myself this, and you can ask yourself this: what does Chris Rock win or gain out of the situation by playing the part?
I don't know. I don't think it would be necessarily for their gain. It would be more for the Oscars gain.
I don't think they need the Oscars. Why?
I'm saying the award ceremony.
Yeah, I know that. I know what you're saying, but why would Will Smith and Chris Rock try to make the Oscars a better thing? They don't need the Oscars. The Oscars needs them. So in my head, I'm like, what does Will Smith or Chris Rock have to do?
Or it could just be a fucking, maybe these guys are best friends and they say, hey, let's prank the whole world. You come up, I'm gonna say something, you get mad, come up on stage and slap me. And then we'll laugh about how the whole world is freaking out, thinking it's real. And that's it. Maybe it doesn't have to do with the Oscars. Maybe you and I could plan something like that if we really wanted to,
Yeah.
Like to me, it just seems it seemed like a performance, but I don't know, man. That could be wrong, obviously. I just don't think it was real. It didn't seem real. The slap didn't seem real. Super quick. Nah, nothing about it.
The slap itself did look kind of a little weird, but the Smith family is a weird family. I don't follow them too much. You know, I'm not into celebrities. I'm not into Hollywood or, you know, actors or anything like that. I can care less because they're not living a relatable life to me. I don't want to be no type of actor or celebrity like that. I can care less, right? Whatever it is. But you see little glimpse of the Smith family, you know, we see the red table. Jaden's super weird on Twitter talking about how he's gay and he has like a crush on I forgot this rapper.
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
He's a really good rapper though.
Who?
Jaden Smith.
Nah.
You don't think so? You don't think he got out rap you?
Ouch. I'll rap laps around that boy.
Yeah. Nah, man. Yeah. I think it's also kind of the thing that makes it kind of real for me is the fact that he was laughing about it first, and then he turned to his wife and she was upset, and so he got upset, which is something, you know, that seems real to me.
So
That's
here's another red flag to the whole staged speculation. It's like, you think if it was staged, he would have laughed immediately? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's true.
So
He was laughing about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, who
So
knows?
I would think I'm leaning more towards that it's real, which is very unfortunate because I hate to look at Will Smith this way. And for the people campaigning for Will Smith, geez, who raised you? Who raised you?
Imagine making that long ass walk up the steps while everyone's staring at you like, what the fuck is he doing? Slapping them and then walking all the way back, that long ass 20-second walk back to your seat. Like, what? I don't think he was pissed. I think he felt like he had to do it for Jada, if anything. I don't think the joke hurt him. I think he
Oh yeah.
felt like he had to stand up for his wife.
Because here's the thing, and people have been making this argument. Chris Rock is a comedian. He was doing what he was supposed to do at the Oscars, is to pick fun at people, make jokes about people. And I guarantee you they were not the only ones being made fun of at the Oscars. You know what I mean? And here's another thing that's very cowardly about Will Smith is that the way that he walks up so nonchalant is, you can tell that Chris Rock was thinking that he was going to come back up, grab the mic, and probably make like a comeback or a response or make fun of Chris Rock in return. But instead he smacks him. That's a sucker punch. That's a sucker move.
Yeah, his energy walking up was very very neutral. And then
If he really wanted to smoke, he would have been like, "Come get this smoke."
yeah, and honestly, if it was really that big of an issue, he could have just backstage or after the thing talk to him one-on-one and be like, "Hey man, like, that's not cool. Like, she's insecure about that. She got really upset. I need you to apologize." That's it. But it was a joke. He's a comedian. Comedians are supposed to do that. That's Chris Rock's job, you know? So you can't get upset.
Here's another thing.
About that.
People are defending Will Smith because they're saying Will Smith needs to defend his family. Will Smith needs to step up and be that father figure and be that husband figure. Come on, people. It is a professional setting. They don't have to be there. A great, mature move that would still be defending your family, defending your wife. Hey, let's get up. Let's get out of here. You know, we're not gonna tolerate this behavior. Get up and leave. That's all. It's very simple.
Yeah, no, dude. He just made himself look so bad, so bad. Has he spoken out about it after or no?
Apparently he apologized, but it's a very insincere apology towards Chris Rock. It's not catered towards Chris Rock. It's catered towards the viewers of the Oscars and the Oscars. Because apparently allegedly the Oscars are put out that they could possibly retract the award because of his behaviors. And there's also alleged that Chris Rock is pressing charges. I don't believe the pressing charges one.
No, I heard the opposite. I heard that he decided not to press charges.
Well, I believe that the Oscars one, their allegations is just an act to show that they took some type of action towards this behavior. When it was too
Yeah.
late, because what really should have happened was that it should have been addressed then and there. Because now anybody can be assaulted.
And then yeah, exactly. Like they should have had security come and talk to him or escorted him out. You shouldn't be allowed to stay after assaulting someone.
100%.
And then to still accept your award and give your speech and then go sit back down and continue. No, they should have escorted him or at least talked to him at the very least and been like, "Hey, man, get up out of your seat again. I'm gonna take your bitch ass outside." You know, they should have told him something because
Yeah.
that's not. Because now for the future, people are like, "Oh, like, I could get away with that shit if I want to." Will Smith did.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing is people are saying, well, he's Will Smith, so he can get away with it. It's like, come on, dude.
No offense to Will Smith, but he hasn't been at the top in a long time. He's been doing these little projects that don't really do too well for Will Smith standards.
He is an actor. That's all he is, bro. It's like you can admire someone like that. Someone like that can be admirable, but that doesn't excuse them for wrongful behavior ever.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
So
Like
go ahead.
we just talked about George Masvidal assaulting another fighter, and the fact that he's a fighter that doesn't excuse the fact that he assaulted someone.
So people that have not, obviously, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably have not heard our podcast. So Saul, he has his own podcast called the Outlier Podcast. Go check it out. But we discussed this. But real quick, so I would be not getting too far into it. Apparently, Kobe initiated it, and Kobe sucker punched George, and Khabib spoke about it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll link you. So it was Kobe who initiated it, sucker punched George Masvidal, and then George Masvidal ended it, obviously in his defense.
Holy shit! I gotta read up on that then.
Yeah. So before we get any further, I promise people on Instagram. So for those of you listening to the podcast, please go follow the podcast at The Real Common Podcast, where I will start to do Q&As and polls where y'all can engage in the podcast. And we're going to answer your questions on the podcast live. So for the sake of this podcast, I will not be disclosing people's names. If that is something that you want me to do, I am going to set up maybe y'all can send me a message if you want me to disclose your name. But for the sake of, I don't know if y'all want me to put your name out there or not. I'm not going to do it this time. So someone says he is a true G, but why a slap? So I'm assuming this person thinks that Will Smith should have punched the person. Absolutely not. That would have been even worse.
That was from someone from your Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
No, you don't know.
Oh.
I got fans all over the world, so you probably.
I mean, yeah, there's always gonna be those people that are just like defend it because I don't know. That's a very savage way of thinking. I disagree with what you said, or you hurt my feelings. Let me punch you in the face, and that's how people live. That's how a lot of people live, and
Yeah.
that's not right.
That's That's like a man trying to overprove his masculinity, like a primitive, like monkey gorilla move. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I think we're smarter than that. I don't know. It just
Yeah, but we're not. We should be smarter than that, but that stuff happens every day. You know, people get in disagreements and they end up in a fist fight. Except this one wasn't a fist fight; it was more of a sucker punch, like how you said. It was a very uncalled for slap that he didn't deserve at all. You know, he was just doing his job, trying to get through, make people laugh, and he just fucking slapped the shit at him for no reason.
for sure. So somebody says staged, which again we've talked about. People are speculating that it is staged. I think I have a couple of people are saying that it's staged here, but here's an interesting one. Comedians host Oscars and they roast people. They roasted her. What's the big deal? Why is she special? That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I could sympathize with is the fact that it's a condition. So I mean I can see why she's upset, but to be like, hey, Will, get the fuck up, go stand up for me. You know, like nah, that's just no.
Yeah,
We're humans. You could talk about it. You know, we're better than that.
for sure. Come on now. I'm telling you. Listen, people, if words are able to offend you to the point where you're having to do stupid stuff like this, you need to check yourself, because if that means you're basing your actions off of emotions, and that's a very dangerous game to play. I'm telling you.
You know, one thing that Joe Rogan had talked about was the fact that this family is very out of touch with reality. You know, so
that's true.
they are around yes men all the time, and they don't have really any genuine interactions with normal people.
Yeah.
So they're probably really sensitive and really fragile, as
Yeah.
you can see. You know, something like that, and you're gonna get up and slap someone like
Yeah.
fragile.
That's
You're
very
too sheltered
true.
from the world.
Yeah, they're probably not used to being opposed. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the condition, I'm guessing this is what it is. And I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm going to butcher it, but alopecia. Alopecia.
Alopecia.
Alopecia is a serious physical and mental condition. It should not be joked around. It should not be joked about. But, there's the second part. Will shouldn't have reacted that way, and also Jada ruined his night. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It maybe it shouldn't have been joked around about. I know me personally, I think I would have a very great high tolerance and, you know,
Yeah.
someone joking around about me, but it still doesn't justify what happened. So I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with this response. What do you think?
Say that last part again.
So she said that, you know, the condition should not be joked around about, but Will shouldn't have not reacted that way, and Jada ruined his night.
Jada ruined his night? Will's night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why did Jada ruin his night if he's the one that did that?
I still think that even though Will Smith won the Oscars and whatnot, I believe that he is taking in a lot of toll right now. He has to be going through a lot of emotional collateral right now because of all the backlash. Podcasts like these are talking about him. News are talking about him. And here's the thing. Here's the thing also. It's like, you want to be respected, okay? You don't want people to be making fun of you? Will Smith. Congratulations, you just made matters worse. Now everybody's making fun of you. Everybody is acknowledging your weakness. Everybody's acknowledging how frail you are. And these are smart people that are doing it. Obviously, there's some people out there defending him. But I'm telling you right now, I've listened to a few podcasts. I've listened to a few credible sources that are not on Will Smith's sides. And I can tell you right now, he's feeling that right now.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he did that now it brought so much more attention to the fact that his wife's bald or shaved her
Yeah,
head.
that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Nobody would have ever thought about it if he didn't do that. Now they're in the spotlight for the wrong reasons, you know.
yep.
Instead of the night being about he won an Oscar, it's about he slapped the shit out of someone.
Listen, people,
Yeah.
if somebody makes fun of you, the best response is to act like if it didn't even bother you. I can't. People love reaction. If I make fun of Saul and I know it bothers him, I'm gonna keep doing it. That's the way we function. But if I say something to him and there's no response, or he plays along with it, what's the fun in me keep bringing it up? It's like whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly right because that's how I function. I'm an instigator. So if I press a button and I see it bothers you, I'm gonna keep pressing that button.
Yeah.
Until there's no more reaction.
But life is like that. Like, I'm pretty sure this happens at work for you, right? At your job, there's a bunch of people poking buttons and picking on each other, and it's life, guys. Like that's. But then again, your point is very, very precise. I mean, very accurate. Where they're not connected with the real world.
Yeah, I think males do that with each other more often than females, right? We just talk shit about each other all day.
Yeah, dude. The book that I read, Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life, he has a whole chapter talking about that. Talking about how you need to be resilient and you need to be tough and people can't be swaying your emotions, and because life is like this. A lot of blue collared workers like welders and any job site that's hard working and you're gonna be working alongside a bunch of men, you're gonna have to be tough because people are gonna be picking on each other and they're gonna find out your weaknesses and they're gonna use them against you. That's just the way life is. And if you're frail like this, people are gonna pick you apart.
Yeah, definitely not good.
Okay, so we have a few more, not too much. Will Smith and Chris Rock should become WWE superstars for selling that slap. Another person that think is staged.
I agree.
You still think it's staged after all the red flags?
Yeah, I mean, I still lean more towards it being fake. It just doesn't seem real to me. It looked almost rehearsed.
Yeah, I guess. Will Smith is a cuck. What's a cuck?
A cuck, I think, means like I don't know the exact definition, but I think it means basically you enjoy watching your wife get fucked by other men.
Okay, I have it here in the Urban Dictionary. A man who lets his wife or girlfriend have sex with other men. Often the man lets her do whatever she wants and treats him like crap.
Yeah, basically a pussy, you know?
Wow. I mean, so apparently the whole entanglement was not too long ago. I thought this was something that happened decades ago.
I have no fucking clue, dude. I don't keep up with that, but I guess it was kind of recent.
I think
like a few years.
Yeah.
Back.
So basically, like Jada and Willow were already born, like teenagers, and this happened. That blows my mind. I thought this was something like maybe their kids were young or like maybe before they had kids. No, this is something that was very recent. And wow. That has to be burning Will Smith up.
Yeah, and what's that guy's name? August, the guy she got.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, dude. That guy. Come on, you know, who doesn't know Will Smith? And you're fucking his wife, bro. Have some respect, bro.
Listen, bro. It's not August's fault, man.
No, I know. No. I'm not blaming him. It's Jada's fault more than anything. But you're also not a good person if you know what you're doing. You know she's married.
Nah, I don't care. He has no commitment towards Will Smith. No commitment. He doesn't know what's going. Like,
it's not about commitment. It's about doing the right thing. It's not right to fuck with someone that has.
For all we know, Jada probably said, "Hey, I don't want to be with him anymore. I'm done with him."
Could be the case, but
because at the end of the day, it's Jada's responsibility as a wife. She has that full-on commitment to her husband. Because there's always going to be men trying, whether you're in a tough situation or not. It's her responsibility, bro. I don't blame him. But he made a rap song about it, right?
No, I didn't. Probably sucks.
I think Rick Ross was in it or something like that.
Oh.
But here's the thing. Look, going back to the whole situation of people know how to push buttons, you know? August made that rap song about the whole situation. He knew it was going to get under his skin, Will Smith's skin. And Chris Rock just happened to be the one that just got the heat for it.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any more?
One more. Dumb and low-key seemed fake. So another person that thinks it's fake.
Yeah, I'm surprised a lot more people aren't talking about it being fake.
No, there's a lot. Oh, I told you on Twitter, right?
Yeah, on Twitter. But whenever I see it, I always read the comments, and they're just kind of like, wow, I can't believe it. Wow. Mm-hmm. No one really goes fake. I guess the majority of people believe it's real.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro thinks it's fake, which is pretty surprising. Not really, but whatever. I think that's going to wrap it up. We've been talking for about 36 minutes. Let us know. Wait, first of all, before I close, guys, it's very important that you follow the Instagram at The Real Common Podcast. Again, I am doing my best to engage you all into the conversation and bring you all on the podcast. So without your help, this channel won't grow, and that's why I'm trying to do this. So go follow the Instagram page, and I will also be, allowing y'all to choose topics and whatnot. So the Instagram page is the best way to contact me. But without further ado, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. Let us know in the comment sections below, or if you're on Spotify, leave a 5-star rating and make sure you hit the bell so you will be notified every time that I release a podcast, because most of my listeners are on podcasts. But nonetheless, guys, thank you all for listening in, and we'll catch you all next time. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, look, okay. We're back. We literally just ended the podcast. I'm going to edit this to the end of the podcast, maybe somewhere in the middle, whatever. But we just finished the podcast, and Saul just found, you need to let me know what source, because you didn't even tell me what source. But apparently Will Smith apologizes to Chris Rock directly, and this is very important.
Yeah, so he posted this on Instagram. This is about the half of the apology. It's very long, but in this part, he says, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." And that's what he said. And that's part of the long apology, because he also apologized to the Oscars and to his peers, and
that is the best that we can possibly ask for, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, he did what he did, and it's not correct. He's gonna reap the consequences for it, but at least he owned up to it. That is step one. I mean, at least he's not being ignorant and just saying and trying to defend himself. He's come to his senses, and at least he apologized. I mean, what else can we ask? What else?
Yeah. Seems to be embarrassed by it, which is a good thing. You should be when you do that.
Yep. Well, we're going to end it off there. Thank you, guys. Just wanted to add that.
Gigs on the track.